Hello, my name is Kim McAllister and I will be your instructor for this lecture today. Today we're going to be looking at Chapter 3 and Chapter 4 together. If you have not done so, please go ahead and read through those chapters before listening to the lecture. It will hopefully be more meaningful that way. These are our objectives. First, we're going to discuss how to develop as a leader. Leadership is a skill that's expected of BSN nurses, which is why you have this Leadership and Management course as a requirement for the program. Developing leadership skills takes deliberate effort because the process is complex and it's critical to success of the organization. Leadership refers to the characteristics of the person, not necessarily a formal role. Let's take a look at Covey's 8 characteristics of effective leaders. These were developed by Stephen Covey, who is an author of a number of books about managing and also about developing yourself and being an effective person. And these books are really great to read. And so if you haven't done so, you might want to take some time to look through some of those when you're through reading your stuff for the class. However, we want to look at the 8 characteristics. First of all, engage in lifelong learning. You're kind of doing that now by taking this course. A leader is always learning, always looking for new ways to develop. They continually question and explore ways to improve themselves and the work that they do. And they help others to improve as well. They are service-oriented. They're not focused on themselves. They're focused on what they can do for others. They are concerned with the common good. They try to do the best for the most number of people. They absolutely radiate positive energy. They focus on the positive. They don't ignore problems or pretend they don't exist, but they don't let problems or setbacks drain them. So try not to get drained when that happens. And you always want to find ways to make things better. Believe in other people. Assume best intent. Trust and believe in employees until and unless they give you a reason not to do so. Lead balanced lives and see life as an adventure. Have time for work and time for yourself. Don't view work as a grind, view it as a joy. And in order to do that, you need to have some time for yourself. So set aside some specific time for yourself to do things that you find are refreshing. Synergistic. There are people that see things as the greater than the sum of their parts. Engage in self-renewal. Spend time with people you love, doing things that bring you joy. Take time to do nice things for yourself. You deserve it. You have an assignment on those principles as well, so you'll learn to kind of see how to apply those to yourself and look at ways that you either meet those principles or ways to improve them. Next, we're going to look at tips to become an effective leader. To become an effective leader, first of all, you need an opportunity to practice. When a leadership opportunity occurs, step in, take the plunge. Are there areas at work with known issues? Are these areas something that you have experience in, or you have special skills that will help solve the problem? That could be an opportunity for you to step forward and to lead. Are you a staff nurse? Take a look at the team that you work with. Is there an opportunity for leadership within that team? Have realistic expectations. Know that you're going to make mistakes the first time you take a leadership role. Be honest about those mistakes and look for ways to improve. And look for ways to prevent the mistakes from recurring. Make your mistakes an opportunity for growth. Sit down and analyze what went wrong. Make a list of potential causes and find ways to overcome them. Don't be afraid to take risks. You have to make sure you're following safety guidelines and procedures and protocols and so forth. But remember that your followers, the people that you're trying to lead, want to be treated with respect. Give them an opportunity to provide input. Give credit to those who help. Try something new, but have evidence behind what you do. It might work and it might be incredible. Next, we're going to take a look at two different kinds of leadership approaches, transactional and transformational. Transactional is what we consider to be the traditional leadership approach. The boss makes the decisions, and it's very clear that they make the decisions. It's like my way or the highway type of approach. The transformational leader, in contrast, includes the group in developing goals and objectives. Everyone has input and work together. This gives the staff ownership in the organization and helps them understand that they can impact the growth and the direction of the organization. Let's look at the rewards based on each type of leadership role. A transactional leader function in kind of a quid pro quo manner, which means you do something for me and I'll do something for you. If an employee must perform a difficult or an unpleasant task, they're given a reward. Leaders carefully watch over employees and correct errors. Employees may feel that no matter how well they perform, they're always doing something wrong, or there's always something wrong with the work that they do. Transactional leaders are not proactive about problems. They only address problems when they occur and when the issue can no longer be ignored. The response is geared towards providing even more rules that may or may not do anything to help with the situation. In contrast, the transformational leader is proactive and is continually seeking feedback on improvement. Staff are asked to provide input before decisions are made. Transformational leaders also ask about existing rules and policies and try to make them more applicable. They continually question processes and value employees that do also. Their focus is on catching employees doing something good rather than continually watching to find mistakes. Transformational leaders know their employees. They demonstrate caring and interest and freely recognize the contribution of employees. Transactional leaders motivate by rewards and punishments. Employees who complete their work, then they are paid. Errors are reacted to, not used as an opportunity to coach or to improve. Transactional leaders motivate by sharing their vision for the organization or for their unit with employees. Employees are valued and not seen as inferior. Mentoring and coaching take place to prevent or to reduce errors. Errors are opportunities for learning and improvement. With a transactional leader, workers understand the cause and effect impact of following or breaking the rules. They learn how to work the system in order to gain advancement and to get rewards. There is little emphasis on job satisfaction or personal growth. Transformational leaders, however, have employees who know they're valued, and therefore the employees are loyal. They see that their work is valued and that their leader cares about helping them to develop and reach their personal and professional goals. This leads to increased satisfaction and with the employment and with their employer. It improves morale and ultimately improves performance. So how do you develop your own leadership style? In nursing, we have regulations and we have policies that have to be followed. We follow strict guidelines on patient safety, care, and privacy. However, there is room for transformational leadership. Find a leader that you wish to emulate, that you wish to be like. Learn how they lead. Be the type of employee that you would like to lead. Have a vision of your area of responsibility and what it should be. Be willing to make the required changes to grow and develop.